Today we get two powerful villains going head to head. Dr. Doom versus Cyborg Superman. Who wins? Well, let's find out. Master of science and sorcery, Victor Von Doom is the monarch of Latveria and seeks the betterment of mankind through world conquest. Unequaled and unrivaled in every manner, Dr. Doom has had many conflicts, both earthly and cosmic super beings. But he will always be known as the eternal nemesis of Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four. Dr. Doom's most dangerous weapon is his genius-level intellect, as he's easily one of the top mortal minds on the planet. Doom has constructed hundreds of devices, including a working time machine, devices that imbue people with superpowers, and many different types of robots, with the most common being Doom bots. These androids are designed to look, act, and think like Doom, and even actually believe that they are Doom. Dr. Doom specializes in physics, robotics, cybernetics, genetics, weapons technology, and strategy and manipulation. He has a great skill in the mystic arts as well, which comes from his mother's Roma heritage. Doctor Strange considers Doom to be one of the most powerful sorcerers in the world, and even a possible sorcerer supreme. His knowledge of spellcraft might even surpass Strange, but Doom himself considers his scientific abilities to be more important. Dr. Doom can do things like fire mystical bolts, create force fields, travel through dimensions, open portals, and invoke mystical entities. Doom's armor contains many different gadgets, and is even on par with Iron Man's armor. The suit can lift nearly 100 tons. It's incredibly durable, contains wrist rockets and laser blasters, can generate powerful electric shocks, and has an incredible force field, where Doom can attack even when the force field is up. Then, out of the corner, Cyborg Superman. With his organic parts genetically identical to Superman's, many believe that the former astronaut Hank Henshaw truly was the last son of Krypton restored to life after his death at the hands of Doomsday. That was until he destroyed Coast City in Superman's name, which actually led Hal Jordan to becoming a villain known as Parallax. Henshaw is now the Grand Master of the Manhunters, and was a core member of the Sinestro Corps. As a result of cosmic radiation, Hank Henshaw underwent a rapid degeneration, but at the moment of his death, his consciousness jumped into a nearby computer. From that point on, his consciousness became tied to machines, and he can now possess machines and anything even remotely electronic, and control them with an ability called technomorphing. However, unlike most technopaths, he doesn't just command them, but actually incorporates them into himself, and any nearby technology becomes an extension of himself. This means that he can take any machine and transform it into anything his mind can imagine. And thanks to his extensive traveling the universe, he can imagine a lot. Now, on top of his technomorphing, Henshaw has many of the Man of Steel's powers, since he was cloned from Superman's DNA. He has heat vision, super strength, super speed, invulnerability, and flight, all on par with Superman. Cyborg Superman has removed his kryptonite weaknesses, and he's also immortal, since he's able to live without a physical body. Currently, Hank also possesses several Green Lantern rings and 10 Sinestro Corps power rings, and while he doesn't usually use them, he is rather skilled with them. He's also got Will Hunters, which are nanites that he can use to enslave a person's mind, as well as hundreds of Manhunter robots, which obey his every command. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, both of these villains are astronomically powerful, and really, either one could win. Dr. Doom is arguably the ultimate villain, being an expert in everything from technology to fighting to even magical abilities. On top of that, he's actually the second smartest man in the Marvel Universe, but he considers himself to be superior to Reed Richards, who's officially regarded as the smartest man. His armor can crush diamonds in the palm of his hands. He's grappled and fought with Iron Man, and has actually even drawn blood from the Hulk with his punches. However, this shouldn't be regarded as the norm for Doom's armor, as it's definitely a high-end feat for him, and this wasn't Hulk at his strongest either. He's taken atomic grenades, a headbutt from the Hulk only put a dent in his helmet, and he's even survived blasts from Thanos. On top of that, he's got force fields that have blocked attacks from Captain Britain, The Thing, Iron Man, Magneto, and even temporarily held up to a blast from a Celestial. That's not even mentioning Dr. Doom's other technological powers implanted in the armor, or his magical abilities. We'll circle back around to those later. Right now, just know that Dr. Doom is an absolute beast. However, if there was someone who can take him down, it'd probably be Cyborg Superman. Good old Hank Henshaw. Because just from a physical perspective, Cyborg Superman has Doom outclassed by a massively wide margin, even with his armor. Cyborg Superman has soloed Supergirl, Superboy, Steel, and the Eradicator. He broke through a vault that Superman reportedly couldn't have busted through, and actually held off Superman, and Hank even beat Doomsday with just one shot. He's fast enough to speed blitz Green Lantern and Superman on a couple of occasions, and he's remarkably durable. Like, he's unbothered by hits from Superman, stride assaults on both Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, can easily survive having holes shot through his stomach, or being hit with blasts as hot as the sun, and has even taken attacks from the Guardians of the Universe. So, I think it's safe to say that Cyborg Supes has Doom greatly outclassed. And if this was just a physical fight, he'd be able to easily overpower Victor and bust through the armor's durability, and even the shields. However, this isn't a physical fight. No way is Dr. Doom stupid enough to allow it to come down to that. So, there are two things I want to look at. One, can Dr. Doom's technology beat Cyborg Superman? And since Doom favors his technology and science above all else, that'll probably be his primary form of attack. And if that fails, can Dr. Doom's magical attacks take down Henshaw? So, what kind of technology is Victor packing? Well, for starters, he's got energy blasters that have knocked the Hulk back momentarily, and even possibly knocked the Hulk out on a separate occasion. He's sent Namor flying with a blast, and even has some energy blasts that are mixed with magic, making it that much more powerful and potent. The armor can instantly discharge 100,000 volts of electricity whenever someone touches it. He's got knockout gas that put Hulk and the Fantastic Four to sleep, sonic disruptors, and a miniature paralysis gun that have stunned both the Thing and Thor. The suit even has a built-in teleporter that allows him to open portals and teleport mid-combat in order to dodge attacks. Doom has even got some time circuitry built into the armor that allows him to manipulate time, like when he sent the Fantastic Four 2 seconds into the past in order to dodge their attacks. And it's not just that Dr. Doom has a lot of technological weapons. He's a technological master. Being one of the smartest men in the world, he's been able to reprogram an Ultron in order to serve him during the Secret Wars. He's manufactured an army of cosmic-powered Doom bots, and he created a techno-suit that was designed to hold an artificial version of the power cosmic. In fact, Thanos actually keeps Dr. Doom under constant surveillance because of his intellect, strategy, and his ruthlessness. So, could Victor use his tech weapons and just his technological prowess to take down Cyborg Superman? That'll be tough. Because for starters, Hank is so durable that a lot of Doctor Doom's powers aren't able to put him down. In fact, Cyborg Superman is technically immortal, can't be killed, and actually spent a period of time trying to die and seeking out people to kill him, but no one could. The Guardians of the Universe couldn't do it, and not even the Anti-Monitor was sure that they could kill Cyborg Superman. So I can't believe that Doctor Doom's attacks are gonna do too much to him. And since he's a cyborg and doesn't have physical limitations, he's not gonna be put down by knockout gas or paralysis guns or things like that. And then there's the fact that Hank is one of the most powerful technopaths in the DC universe. He's taken control over 1 billion robots, controlled the entire network of Apocalypse, and tore apart the Apocalypse armies with a sonic frequency, has controlled Warworld, and even taken control of the Source Wall. Cyborg Superman has even taken control of technological items that are arguably on the same level as Doctor Doom's armor, like Steel's armor, or the Justice League Watchtower. Cyborg Superman just has better control over technology than Doctor Doom does, and being technology himself, Hank has a different perspective than Doom. It can attack and control in ways that Victor can't directly counter, being human. So Cyborg Supes definitely has him beat on the technology front. But Doctor Doom's ace up his sleeve has got to be his magic. He's one of Marvel's greatest sorcerers, has summoned legions of monsters to battle the Avengers, sent Morgan Le Fay to the beginning of time, turned Ares into stone, cast Crimson Bands that Doctor Strange couldn't break out of, and he's even cast healing magic when he was injured in his fight with Scar. So, can Doctor Doom use his magic to beat Cyborg Superman? Well, yeah, I guess technically he can. But it's not as easy as a simple yes or no answer, because there are a couple things we gotta also consider. First off, Cyborg Superman isn't as vulnerable or subjected to magic as Superman is. As to Hank, magic is essentially little more than a different form of energy, an unknown form of energy. Secondly, Doctor Doom doesn't usually use magic at the beginning of fights, as he really prefers his technology and considers science to be a greater asset than magic. And this could be problematic for Doctor Doom, as Cyborg Superman is just so powerful. And it's not even just like his strength and speed, but Cyborg Supes has a lot of additional powers as well. He's defeated Mongol with just one blasphemous heat vision, and has beaten Superman on several occasions with his energy blast. And that's not even mentioning his energy rings. As Cyborg Superman was a member of the Sinestro Corps, he was gifted power rings, and actually has several Green Lantern rings and 10 Yellow Lantern rings. And with these rings, he beat Superman, defeated Hal Jordan with one blast in the rings, and even creates constructs, or just uses them as brass knuckles. So who wins? Well, Doom definitely has a shot of his magic. He does. Problem is, Victor doesn't always use it right at the beginning of a fight. He prefers his technology a whole lot more, because he considers his scientific abilities and achievements, things that he's done or created, to be greater than any magic spell he's learned. He's kind of egotistical that way. And like we said, that could be problematic. Cyborg Superman is too durable for Doctor Doom to beat with just his armor. Hank is strong enough to bust through that armor and his shields, and Hank could even move so fast that Victor can't even comprehend him. He could assimilate or control Doom's armor, and Victor doesn't have a great counter for this, because Cyborg Superman is just so powerful when it comes to technomorphin. Then there's his lantern rings, And if Hank brings those into the fight, well, then that's just a whole other level altogether. Cyborg Superman is also a villain, so he won't hold back like Dr. Doom was battling against the actual Superman. And I think Cyborg Superman is just too powerful for Dr. Doom to consistently put down without time to repair beforehand. Cyborg Superman wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts, so sound off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button. More videos just on every single day. And I'll see you next time.